Ando más pilas que ni un pinche Tesla. El sector cuidando con la inteligencia. La rápida las traigo.
We got some San Jose movement happening right now. As you see, I'm wearing Vibes Bodega 408 design. This shit came out pretty damn fresh. Like, I really like how this looks on my fit. You know what I'm saying?
That shit is clean, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, come on.
Okay. Cool. Yo, my boy. Thankfully, everything's good. It's just another day in paradise, aka San Jose.
Right
You
on,
know
right
what I'm
on.
saying?
Weather's beautiful.
Weather's beautiful.
Knock this.
I think we're already in summertime. I don't know. That's good for you, right?
Hey, just about. I'm in the summertime.
That's about,
I'm all about the summertime weather,
Yo, también, my birthday's in the summer, so, for me, for
Turn
me, it's fun for me. But, yo, what's up, y'all? How you doing? Welcome back to Dale Football Podcast. I'm here with my boy Mauri. Si no lo conocen,
what up?
He's, one, an entrepreneur from San Jose, two, a Latino Mexicano, father, and he is dedicated to providing one of the best paletas in the Planeta, and hence the name. And man, just super blessed, super thankful for him, for his time, and for him to be here. So, otra vez, bro, muchas gracias.
Well, thank you for the intro, my
being
boy.
here, bro.
Yeah. Like Leo said, 1/3 of Paleta Planeta. Got my two other brothers in it.
Yes, sir.
My older brother Luis, and then my younger brother Gabriel.
Shout out them.
So,
Shout out the bros.
Shout out the bros.
Yeah. That's what's
Even
up,
though
bro.
we go at it sometimes, it's all good.
Of course. See, no, my brothers could tell you too, bro. We go at it sometimes too, but we don't have a business together yet. But you guys been doing it for a couple years now, and I guess that being said, like I just kind of want to jump right into it and ask you, like, how does that dynamic work, bro? Like, how does that? Because one thing is having like a partner, like like a business partner, but ahora sí, you're working with your brother, like y'all like fought before, like on the field behind the house, like over like doing chores, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now you're running it back to like a business. Like, can you give people a little more? I'm just curious for myself. Like, how do you do that? Because how does that work?
Nah, man, it's definitely like it's a crazy dynamic, man. But honestly, for us, we wouldn't have it any other way. At least for me.
Yeah.
It is hard
That's
because
real.
we are brothers, and
Yeah.
a lot of people say like, "Oh, you can't mix like family with money," or things like that. Or I wouldn't be able to work with my brother or my sister. But for me, man, it's a blessing to be able to have that relationship with my older brother and our younger brother Gabriel. That's really like he's 8 years younger than us.
Shout out Gabe.
So shout out to that boy. Like he put up with a lot of things growing up. We were much older than him, so he had to go through some stuff and had to hear some stuff that he might not wanted to hear at the time while he was growing up, because we laid the truth down on him a lot of the times. But having my older brother in this and my younger brother in this, it's a beautiful thing. We do clash a lot of the times, and
Of course.
there's a lot of arguments, but at the end of the day, we grew up playing soccer competitively in the area, so we always take it back as a team, right? Like it doesn't matter if you have a good forward and you don't have a strong mid, and then you have a weak defense and weak goalie. You know what I mean? Like there's no point about scoring all the goals in the world. You might score all the goals in the world, but at the same time, you're gonna get scored on.
Right.
So it's you know what I mean? You're gonna end up losing.
We're gonna write this shit down.
You gotta have a balanced team out. It's all about we take it back to playing sports. Where it's like everybody needs to play their part. Everybody needs to play their role. And if we have a strong forward, we have a strong mid, we have strong defense and a better goalie, then at the end of the day, the business is gonna do better. Everybody. It's all about looking at the scoreboard and being like, Paleta Planeta is 2-0. It's up 2. The ops is 0. Whatever the ops could be, however you want to look at it, right?
Whoa.
Whatever obstacle you're going through. Yeah. But that's all that matters. Is as long as the team is winning, is what matters. But it's been a journey going from a garage to now we're in the heart of downtown San Jose, which we never thought we'd be here. You know what I mean? We're born and bred in San Jose. We're some East Side kids. Went to Meyer Elementary School. We used to walk in the back of Meyer, go to the Boys and Girls Club right there in the back. For those who don't know it, Meyer's on Ocala. Yeah. On Ocala, right up the street from Morrisville. So we're literally from King and Cunningham. Straight Two houses behind King and Cunningham, and our grandma lived on Cunningham and Bayhaven. So that was
Si no conocen,
that's where we come from, that's a little intro of where we come from,
Yeah. That's what's up.
But we always correlate business back to sport, man. Like that's what it is for us. That we always we argue and stuff and go through things, but it's always about what's better for the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long as the team wins, we all win. So
That's fire.
That's where we find common ground, and whatever is said the day before and whatever argument we have, we wake up the next morning and it's a clean slate. We're not,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, no, that's super dope, bro. Like, that's super, like, refreshing to hear. I mean, yo no conozco, like, en mi familia, like, my grandpa, you know, he's a landscaper. He managed that with his kids, but I haven't really heard the dynamic of the family. Yeah, there's other parts of the family that we have, like, we have grapes in Fresno.
Oh, okay.
So shout out Topete. But
what do you guys make? Like wine and stuff? Or
so that side we just sell grapes.
Oh,
So
that's
like
what's
food, like at markets, stuff like that. My tío did that for a long time. But in terms of the dynamic of the hermanos, like we never had that. So it's just super curious and just super like want to pick your brain, because for me as an older sibling, it's something that I think now, like after COVID, like it's something that I really want to build with my family, like with my brothers, you know.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, it's something that, you know, once you have that, obviously having a 9 to 5 is cool, and you know doing your job is cool, but if we're able to run it back with just the fam and just have a little hustle on the side, like, bro, that could help us a lot. Like, you know, so we can just use that money for vacation, or like use that money for, like, you know, we want to buy something for our parents, or like, you know, something like that.
Yeah,
like,
without a doubt. And this for us, I mean, it started off as like, I can't say that it started off as something like we just wanted to do as a side hustle, because when we started it, it was like, you know what, we had a bunch of goals in mind.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You were more aggressive.
We wanted to make this like something big at the end of the day. We never wanted to be like something small. We never wanted to just be like, oh, we're going to sell paletas, but we're just going to sell them like on the weekend or at like pop-ups or just like anything. Nah, it was always like, we're going to start a business. You know what I mean? It was never like, we're just going to do this. It was never just like that. It was like, we're going to start a business and... Yeah, exactly. Like, we're going to do this. Like, it was just like, we're going to start a business and like, we're going to go for it till however far we could take it. And it was always goals in mind. And, you know, luckily for us, like we've been, I could say like we've been on the right track, and we're striving for those goals. We haven't reached them yet. We're nowhere near them. You know, we've checked out milestones, which is good. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we still got a long way to go. So, you know.
Yeah. And, no, that's dope. I'm super excited to see you hit those goals, bro. And, you know, just know that anything I could do to help or connect with people that can help, like, you already know I got you.
Yeah, right on. Appreciate that.
The next question I kind of have is that now that you kind of mentioned, you know, going into, you never imagined being downtown San Jose, like, you know, you didn't really foresee that or whatever, but I foresaw that because I saw y'all hustle.
Yeah.
But what I want to get back into is, like, how was that dynamic of getting into San Jose, like, having a brick and mortar, like the process of doing that? Did you manage that? Did your brothers manage that? Like, how was that process? How long did that take?
Oh man, it just came about within an opportunity. You know, someone offered us a space, and we took it, and you know, we weren't ready for it. We didn't know what would come about it, but someone offered us a space, and basically, you know, said, you know what, we're gonna throw everything into it. This is make it or break it, you know?
Fire, yeah.
You know, because like I said like I just recently said, we didn't want it just to be a pop-up or just like something we do on the side. We wanted it to be a business, so it was an opportunity that we could make it like a legit business. So we went for it, and yeah, man, it was a little bit of a journey to finally like be fully established on it, but we wouldn't have it any other way, because we got taught a lot of lessons and we learned a lot of things. And it was, you know, now we know for the future.
Simon.
You know.
And then when you had the grand opening, who did you book?
Oh, you were the DJ, my boy. Yeah.
You were the DJ. I had to plug myself in real quick.
Yeah, for sure. You were the DJ, you know? You were the DJ for the grand opening, you know, for this first spot.
Yeah. Oh.
You know?
Okay.
You were the DJ for the first spot, you know? Hey, you know?
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
keep doing your thing, and you might land the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth.
I didn't know there was a second spot.
And we cooking, you know, like I said, hey man, we never thought about this just being a one-stop shop. So
that's fine.
You know, we'll see what the future holds for us.
Hell yeah, man. That's dope.
We're excited.
Dang, okay. No, and I just want to go ahead. I brought that up because, you know, I also want to say thank you again for that opportunity, bro. Like, that was so dope. The people that came in, mucha gente, you know, summertime. Very inspiring for me as a Latino, you know, growing up in San Jose as well. Just to be there and just to see it play out, you know. And I was just asking about, like, you know, how that process takes, because some people don't realize how, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people do, but there's a lot of people that don't realize how difficult it is to open a brick and mortar in 2020, after 2020.
Yeah.
By the city, you know.
Yeah.
And not to say that it's necessary. I'm not saying it's necessary to open a brick and mortar, but it's if you want to do it and you need to do it, like it's hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like
You know, see, la mera neta, like it's a process, man. There's a lot of things you gotta learn. There's a lot of hands you gotta shake.
Simon.
There's a lot of it's a long process. It's not as easy as people make it out to be. But luckily, like we had the help of the downtown association, and they really helped us out a lot. Nate LeBlanc was really like pivotal in our growth and making it all happen. Also, you got like also side people, sidebar, kind of like Zach Waldron. Like he was pivotal in us. He connected us to right people. Brenda Zendejas. A lot of people just kind of just really helped out in the whole process. It really took a whole village for us to open up. It was definitely a process and a journey, but we're just happy and grateful to have all those people that really came about, and then came about you DJing it. You know, like, hey man, we wanted somebody that's connected to the soccer community. We grew up playing soccer in the area competitively, and you know, we just wanted somebody that's tied in. So it just kind of worked out beautiful, and then now we met you and BQ, and then it's been great ever since. You know, I mean, just meeting all these people in downtown San Jose, it's a real good community.
Yeah, no, hell yeah, I appreciate that, bro. And it was like so. And the crazy part is that I was just minding my business, chilling with the boys, and then I had ran into him at the market. Right, there was an event going on that day. There was Cinco de Mayo weekend.
Yeah,
he was like, "Hey, bro, I might have to tap in with you with the opening," and then I was like, shoot, let me know. You said necesito los tres beds. I remember you told me, and I was like, damn, all right, bet, let's run it.
Yeah,
but man, like no, super great moment, like I said, and I think I kind of want to go back to real quick to the que dijiste antes that you know with your brothers you see it as a team, and I kind of just want to go back to like the team thing and the soccer. Obviously, we hear Dale Football 2026 World Cup. I kind of want to, for the people that don't know, like, where did you grow up playing soccer? What teams did you grow up playing soccer? And like, just kind of start there.
As a little kid, I grew up playing at Alum Rock, you know, Alum Rock Rec League. So Alum Rock, Hank Lopez. Like I said before, we grew up in that area. We're from King and Cunningham.
Yeah.
So we grew up playing Alum Rock, Hank Lopez, Mount Hamilton League. But then from there on, when we started taking it competitively, I played. Not to say my older brothers, but I played for a team called the SJSU Inter. Mm-hmm. It was a kind of like a offshoot club off of Mount Hamilton. Yeah. And then basically our coach, Chris Fitzpatrick, he took us from being a rec team to being top 5 in the state. So, you know, it kind of goes to say, like, I understand the journey of, like, not being the best to striving to be the best.
Right.
Sort of say, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that, like I said, our business all plays back to the sport. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, and then
from down to the mud to
Simon. You know, so it sounds like shout out to your coach, because that doesn't sound like an easy job, number one.
Yeah, no, I mean he was 25-year-old. He was a 25-year-old cat. I mean,
dang, okay, he's low key young.
He was young, bro, like 25 years old, and él tomó un equipo que empezó desde de la nada. I mean, we didn't know how to like check in. We didn't know how to like do overlapping runs. Like, we were just a rec team, bro. Like, you know what I mean? We were just like some morrillos that like just a rec team, dude. Go out there just Sunday. There's snacks and there's this and there's that, and it's like go out there and have fun. You know what I mean? Yeah. And now he took that team and he molded us into being like a competitive team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, for him, it was a hard time because we didn't know how to check in. We didn't know how to like, overlap. We didn't know how to do call for the ball or anything. We were just playing for fun. So I mean, now shout out to him, Coach Fitz.
Yeah.
He coaches at Sporting.
Okay.
So
shout out Sporting.
He's been there. He's been coaching for a lot of years, and we still stay in touch. We have like 2-hour conversations every other week. So it's always good to tap in and pick his brain, and
that's cool.
It's always great to keep that relationship going.
Yeah, and that's dope about soccer, because I mean, for me, like the relationships I built through soccer is like what I identify as. You know, I'm sure you kind of relate to that, porque like growing up, school and all that extra stuff is. The soccer was what the homies is the homies.
Yeah, those were your real homies.
Yeah, por decir, So
you went to battle with them. So it's like you feel like a deeper connection with them than you do, so to say, with like people that you go to school with. You know what I mean? And because when you get out of school and then it's like you go home, you eat, and then you get ready for practice, and you go battle at practice. And then you go battle on the weekend. Those are your like, you know, you feel it's a deeper connection. Yeah, without a doubt. I totally feel the same way.
And I think that kind of goes back to like, you know, have you ever played? Oh, now a question I have you ever played with your brothers, like a pickup game or like things like that?
Yeah, we me and my older brother Luis, because we're only a year and a half apart, so we grew up playing Hank Lopez together. Whatever, I would always have to play Ear Up so we could play on the same team. So we always played together. You know, my younger brother, he's 8 years younger. He's 8 years younger, so he had to play like, you know, kind of by himself. You know, he kind of grew up like on his own. You know, with our help. So.
Just the age gap.
It was just the age gap. So, you know, but he turned out to be great.
He's great. Hey, he's a good player, bro. I played against him many times, bro. I hated.
Yeah, he's a goalie. Yeah, he's a goalie, right? You played against him, right?
Many times, bro. He probably hated me at moments. I probably hated him at moments for sure, bro. Yeah, because I was like, bro, come on, bro.
Some shit out of his
Let that shit slide, bro.
No, era buen portero. And it's crazy because now my son's a goalie.
Oh shit! Okay,
which is
that's
crazy.
right.
You know,
that's right.
My son's a goalie now, and it's like I fought it for so long, but hey, that's what he wants to be. But going back to your question, yeah, man. I mean, me and my brother, we played together. Me and my older brother Luis, we played together all the time and played at home, and we'd always fight.
Yeah,
we'd always fight because nobody wants to lose, man. Nobody wants to lose. And going back, like a lot of my mom's friends now, they're like, "Oh my God, Miko, like." You guys always used to fight. You guys were so competitive.
Yeah.
It's great to see you guys have a business. I would have never thought you guys would make a business together. And it's like, well, why not?
Yeah.
Like, we grew up fighting together.
So
we grew up battling.
It's nothing new.
It's nothing new. Like, having arguments and, like, clashing with each other is nothing new. Like, this is all we've known. We used to sleep in twin beds in the same room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
it's nothing new. When he got in trouble, I got in trouble. When I got in trouble, he got in trouble. So it's like we were always in it together. Like, yeah. I mean,
you're like, hey,
bro,
you're
like,
cooked, I'm cooked. Hey.
Exactly, bro. So we always knew that we were in it together. So when I got this idea of starting a business, there was nobody else I could turn to except my brother, because my brother's he's like a perfectionist. He's a stickler. Even though the first time tastes like the 30th time, he would say the 30th time tastes better than the first time, and I'm like, bruh, it tasted exactly the same. He's like, no. 30th time tasted like the best. I'm like, whatever, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what? That's crazy. Hey, shout out to your brother too. You know, I'm the older brother, so you know I low-key lean to him, and I kind of understand what he's saying. But like, it's cool that you know you have the dynamic where you guys have that trust. Okay, you know, he's criticized you many times. You've criticized him. You know, it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
And it's like where the trust is established already. Okay, pues you know. Obviously, like family, sometimes there's other situations where sometimes brothers are not so close, but it sounds like you guys are really tight. And to manage a business, like I'm sure, like you know, you guys are handling that. Like I said, salute to that. And you know, the 30th time, bro, he's working. He working.
That stuff always goes back to my parents, because it's always like if your brother can't go, then you can't go.
Yeah.
So it's always like, if I get asked to go somewhere, like if my brother can't go, like I can't go. So, you know, we always stuck together.
But now, yeah.
We always stuck together, you know what I mean? And I teach that to my kids now. Like, I'm like, tell my son, he's 9, his sister's 4. And I'm like, well, you can go, but only if your sister goes. So it's like, you know, they're a package, you know. I want them to learn to stick together and have that love the same way like me and my brother had. Even though they're a bigger age gap, like I want to instill that in them, that if, you know, if you can go, but if, you know what I mean? Obviously, now, like, he's going to get older. He'll be a teenager, and she'll be much younger. And then, obviously, like, that'll have to stop. But at least in their childhood, I want them to understand, like, hey, you know, you need to watch out for your sister. Or you watch out, even if it was a boy, like, watch out for your sibling. You know what I mean? Take care of them and love them. And, you know what I mean? If you get invited, ask if she can go or if your sibling can go, you know? Because I want them to be together as much as they can for the time being.
Right. No, that's super dope, bro. And that's cool that, you know, I don't have the perspective as a parent yet, but, you know, that's cool because that's something that I would consider doing as well. Because, you know, like you said, like Me myself, there's been times where when I'm out in the nightlife DJing and do stuff, and my brothers are not so much out there like that. So I like to invite them. A veces no quieren ir. I understand.
Yeah,
I'll be wilding sometimes, but we keep it pro. We keep it chill. For the most
always.
part. But yeah, no, that's really cool to instill because family, bro, I think is very important.
I mean, if you can't make money with your family, who are you gonna make money with?
There's a lot of people that would disagree with that. It's just
There
crazy.
is that would
but
allow
I hear
people
you.
that's
I
a good
agree with you.
debate to have. You know what I mean? But for me, if I can't make money with them, who am I gonna make money with? Who am I gonna be able to trust?
Correct.
Because at the end of the day, anything goes sideways, you're taking money out of your nieces and nephews' mouth. So
See,
you know what I mean?
Simon,
To keep it real, you know what I mean?
Put it like that.
And if you go with a homie or anything, that's like they don't care.
Right.
You know what I mean? They ain't gonna be worried about anything. But that's a little sidebar.
Yeah. Hey, that's
a little something to think about. That's my
real.
debate. That's my
That's
debate.
real. That's real. No, and thank you again, bro, for coming through, bro.
Thank
real.
You for having me.
Thank you, man. Shoot. Let's change. Let's. I really appreciate where this conversation has gone and where we're going. So your come up to now. I think we talked about it a little bit off camera, about futsal. Kind of want to go back to that conversation. Yeah. How did futsal when you were growing up? How did that look like, and how did that feel when you were growing up?
Man, growing up playing futsal, dude. You go to Moxa. Now they tore it down.
Shit, it's flat.
You go to it's flat. It's gone. But playing at Moxa was like the thing, man. You want to be the king of the gym.
Yeah.
Moxa on Fridays. You know what I mean? You want to be there and be the king of the gym to have those bragging rights amongst the community there. You were the man. You stayed on the court the whole time. You were the man. But, I mean, playing futsal, it's really soccer. It's really fútbol, pero adentro de una cancha de básquet.
Simón.
Entonces, todo está más rápido, todo está más fuerte. You know what I mean? You got to be quicker. You got to think quicker. So it makes you, you know what I mean? There's no time to think. There's only time to, all right, you see the play.
Yeah.
And you know where the ball's
going
next.
You have to think at least 2 steps ahead.
Exactly,
At
bro.
least.
You can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna get the ball, I'm just gonna run. Bro, there's nowhere to run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nowhere to run, bro.
You
gotta think about where's your next pass gonna go, where's your next movement after the pass is gonna go. So you said, you 2 steps ahead. But man, when I started playing Moxa, must have been not Moxa, but futsal, must have been 2010. I was 10 years old. Yeah, 2010. My first nationals was in 2002.
Yeah.
I remember the date because the morning we left to Vegas, we were watching Mexico play Italy, and that was when Borghetti scored that snapping header. Yeah, that's when
Vegas for that?
No, we were at my grandma's house. So
we
were at my grandma's house because we were picking up my cousin there, but the game was just on, so we were just like, we're gonna watch the game, or at least kind of the whole game.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna leave to Vegas.
Yeah.
So we went to my grandma's house.
Okay.
You know what I mean, with our family.
Yeah.
And then we saw Borghetti score that goal.
That was a crazy goal. Yeah.
That snapping header when he got Buffon. Yeah. He got Buffon looking like
You know what's crazy? I think I was at my grandma's house when I seen that game too.
That's crazy. That's exactly how I remember my first nationals at futsal.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because back then, in 2000 and it was 2002. All right, so backtrack.
Yeah.
I started playing futsal in 2000. 2000.
See, okay.
2000. Yeah, because I'm born 90.
Yeah. Okay.
2000.
2000.
So I was 10. And then my first nationals was in 2002 in that World Cup. It was Japón. Korea, Japón. 2002 World Cup.
Okay.
So then we went, and then, bro, it wasn't like it is now. Now there's big conventions. They hold it in Anaheim for a couple times. They held it in Baltimore. They held it in New Jersey. They've held it in Vegas. Back then it was in Vegas, but there wasn't a lot of money in futsal. So it was held in different gyms, in high school gyms.
Yeah.
So there wasn't one big convention that held all the games.
Yeah. Oh, so it was in gyms in different cities?
Yeah, no, gyms in different high schools. Throughout the city. Yeah, so it was crazy. Now it's built to this big, this big thing. Regionals was just held at the Moscone Center this year.
Yep.
And then nationals this year is going to be in Las Vegas, but at the Mandalay Bay. So now it's just this big conglomerate thing, you know. But back then, when I started off, 2002, it was in it was just in gyms all across Las Vegas, like high school gyms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In Vegas, that's crazy.
It was still in Vegas, but it was in high school gyms.
Wow, that's dope. I mean, like for me right now, I think it's super cool to see it grow. You know, obviously, like from San Jose, I had a chance to play a little bit in Maxa. You know, I won a couple tournaments there with my team. Shout out Pac. But I never really like. I feel like I missed out on a big piece of it because I was a little bit younger.
Yeah.
But I knew that community center meant a lot to that community and to San Jose, and it was unfortunate that it got shut down. I hope there's another opportunity for somewhere we can develop something that, you know, can be for ballers or for just the community in general, because that whole place was super dope. Like, you know, just something, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that's what the community needs, is like a place to come together, like a big gym like that, to hold those type of games. And like it was just like Moxa was like a community center where you get all these kids from all walks of life, because you have kids coming from Evergreen, from Cupertino, from Saratoga, and then you get like, you know, kids like me,
right
like
there
from the east side,
from down the street,
like from down the street, Matson area, east side, like, you know what I mean. You got kids from Mayfair, from everywhere, you know. And it was just like a melting pot of like you get all these kids coming through, and playing futsal, you know what I mean, and enjoying the sport.
And they start learning about that dynamic of
exactly. That's when we all start learning about each other's cultures and blending in and seeing different walks of life, and you know. But the good thing about sport is that sport's a melting pot. You know, you get a bunch of stuff and you pour it in and you whip it, and you know that's the good thing about like football or futsal, that you could be from anywhere in the world, but we all speak the same language. Once we get on the court, we can speak the same language. We might not, you know what I mean?
Right.
We don't speak the same thing. We don't come from the same backgrounds, but at the end of the day, on the court or on the field, when we're playing that match, we all speak the same language. So that's the beautiful thing of it. It really connects people.
Yeah. And then if we're not speaking the same language on the field, then you need a sub. So you don't know.
Hey, exactly. You gotta get off the court or get off the field. But, you know, and everybody's gonna know that you're not speaking the same language. You know what I mean? If you ball, you ball. If you don't, get off. You know, so that's the beauty of it. You know, we all could come together and unite, whether it's like the high class to the low class to middle class, whatever it is. No importa. When you're on the field, like money don't matter, like language don't matter. Nothing matters except get that ball in the back of that net, and your team is your team, and that team is that team. And that's the beauty of it, that it unites people and it creates this environment where we could all be one. You know what I mean?
No,
so that's the beauty of it.
Super dope, bro. Thank you for giving that rundown for that. And, like, that's, like, the super message that I want to, like, definitely, like, just underline with this, like, the podcast and the tournament and just, like, working with BQ. I feel like I'm in a super cool position where, like, I feel like it's just, like, whatever I want to make it at this point, you know? Like, with the partnerships that I have, like yourself, and with the things that we have like lined up with the city of San Jose and other organizations, like it's like, how do I make this an opportunity for a lot of people that I know in the community, you know? You know, because I mean, for me, who am I, bro? I just grew up playing soccer here, club. I played some college. You know, I'm an artist, and you know, I love soccer.
There you go.
And so
soccer,
how do
the community? What more do you want?
Like, so how do I go ahead and run this play real quick so that we could just show and display San Jose as it is, and, you know, the next generation coming up, but same time showing respect to the people that have been doing this for a long time, or like have been involved for a long time, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's all about getting people together, you know, and bringing San Jose together, because there's a lot of ballers out there. There's a lot of people out there doing their thing, and it's all about bringing them together and uniting them and having them be part of the bigger vision of what this can be. You know what I mean?
Oh, snap. Who's that?
What we got right here?
We just snuck in?
Man! Nah, y'all were having a good conversation. I was over here just finishing up some emails and shit that I had to do real quick.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we don't stop working, man. All of us know. We all be working a lot, man.
We know that. What's up, BQ? What's up?
I'm excited, bro. Just there's a lot of stuff going on, so I'm trying to, like, wrap my head around all of it. Sometimes it could be, like, a mental warfare sometimes, because you're, like, doing a lot. And then you're trying to maintain your personal life and then trying to keep it all, like, together. and have poker face when you're not stressing out and shit. Like, bro, that's a whole other level of just like psyche that people don't understand that goes behind entrepreneurship. But I'm excited though at the end. Like at the end of the day, with all this stress and all the stuff that I deal with mentally, I always try to remind myself, like, I just want to have fun and, like, be present. You know what I'm saying? Because we could all lose this shit tomorrow, bro. We could die.
Shout out to all the entrepreneurs, because sometimes when y'all see that it's up, it might not be up.
Oh, real shit.
Like BQ said, we gotta keep the poker face up, and it's
keep it real.
You know what I mean? But hey, shout out to BQ for that.
No, it's real. It's real because, like, bro, like, even for you guys, right? Like, if I'm looking outside in, like, running a storefront in Silicon Valley in one of the most highest rents, you know, the economy is not prosperous for everybody. So it's like to have clientele during slow season, you know, there's all these things that people don't think about that's like stressful, you know what I mean? It's like, but you always keep a smile on your face. You always keep it exciting for people when they come, because it's like, that's like a whole mental fortitude that you have to have. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of personal battles. There's like
all that
goes into the battles that I have with my brothers. You know what I mean?
On top of that,
because it just adds like fuel to the fire of like, you know, a lot of people see like, oh man, you're up, and it's like, I know, brother.
Like up to you is not up to me. Like
it's up to you. Like exactly, really. Like it's up to you, but it's not up to me. Like I'm down right now.
Hey, that was
I'm bad, but
that's
you know what I mean.
Say.
The good part about taking it back to the sport. It's like you might be down 3-0, but you know what? When I get one goal in, I make it 3-1, and 2-0. So now we're thinking like I'm 2-0 now, right? I went from 3-0 to 3-1. Now I'm 2-0. That's the most dangerous score that could ever be in any soccer match, right? 2-0.
Hey, my dad always be saying that. My dad always
2-0. Like the game's not over yet, bro. Like, unless you put like 9 or like bunch of them on me, like I ain't down yet. You know, and even then I'm still gonna keep coming at you. But 3-0, like people look at it, it's like, wow, bro, like I'm 3-0. But I get one goal in, and I'm 2-0. Now I'm like, bet I just need another one. I need one more in there, and once I get that other one, now I'm 2-1. Real match score is gonna be 3-2. I got you. Now I got you.
I can smell the comeback at that point.
I got you. Like the blood is in the water. I'm a shark.
It's over.
I'm gonna go get you now. Like, you know what I mean? But I mean, that's all about being an entrepreneur. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, I love.
It's hard. It's hard though. It is.
It's hella hard.
Definitely hard. It's a journey. Like it's a journey. It's not a lot of. It's, you know, everybody's built for this. You just gotta have the right mentality and the right, you know what I mean, the right faith, and surround yourself with the right people. Like BQ, Leo, bunch of other people. You got to surround yourself with the right people.
The community.
The right mentality. The right community. Like, yeah, exactly. The right community. It just, you know what I mean? Keep the mentality strong, because you're never, the only time you lose is when you quit.
Yeah.
In this entrepreneurship life.
That's
the only time you lose. You're never lost. You could be down, Brad. You could be down, whatever. But the only time you lose is when you literally just say, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's
not to say I've never thought about it, because I have.
Oh, right. We all have. We all have.
And luckily, I got brothers that are like, damn, nah, fool, like, you're tripping, bro. Like,
nah, bro, we ain't stopped.
Like, tripping, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, you can't stop. What do you mean? But no, luckily, I surrounded myself, especially with my own like brothers that like be like, nah, bro, you're tripping, bro. Like, get over this shit.
Yeah. No, it's different. I mean, I think it's like a sport, you know, like anything that you practice, eventually you're going to get good at it, you know? And sometimes your skill set may be money, maybe it's marketing, maybe it's community relations, but I think you have to identify your skills so then you know where you could bring value in a collective effort, like if it's a team setting or something, because it's like not everyone, like I'm not the best when it comes to numbers or when it comes to organization, admin, like I'll do it, but I'm not the best at that shit. I'm good at getting people excited and selling a product and putting it out there and closing a deal. That's like where I bring my value, and I learned that over years of doing it, because eventually I got hella tired. Like, I'm like, bro, I can't do this. And then you make the change and you realize, okay, this is the better. But, you know, that's like why I always use the analogy of building a business is like making a statue. Like, have you ever seen those like full body statues? They're like, like, bro, you know how many times they hit that shit till they even get like the muscle to look like a real muscle? Exactly. Like, that's so detailed. Like, that's what it is to build a business.
But
like,
the water doesn't break the rock just because the water is strong.
No, yeah.
The water breaks the rock just because it keeps consistently hitting
the momentum, consistency.
It's hitting it consistently. You know what I mean? It doesn't take day overnight. It's just because, bro, like, man, I used to go to pop ups and not make a dime.
Bruh, tell him.
I was literally wasting my time. time.
Bro, that shit real.
In my mind, I'm wasting my time.
That's real.
Because I'm like, damn, bro, like I miss my son's soccer game. I miss all this time with my family, you know. Now it's like, how much money do you make?
Just to be out there.
None. Like I was out there like getting sunburned, like you know what I mean? Like
it's
bro,
real.
like I wasted my time.
No sunscreen.
Mentally I wasted my time. Mentally I wasted my time. You know, I'm feeling like I wasted my time. But you know what? At the end of the day, I showed up, got it done. People saw the product, people saw the logo. They might not buy from me today, but at least they walked by and they were like,
Reconocen.
like, what is that? Exactamente. Reconocieron. Like, hey, what is that? Like,
Yeah.
okay. Like, well, maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
And maybe they show up to another event. They're like, they're here again. And then maybe not that day. Maybe the third day. They're like, they're here again.
Right.
Then you know what? Let me try it.
And
Let
that's
me
a
try it
step,
because I see it. And then once I got them, you know, if you have a good product, then it's like, boom, I got them. You know, now they're another they're a client, they're a customer, and they keep coming back. But it's a lot of times that we showed up, bro, we didn't make a dime. We didn't make nothing.
It's real.
No, people would look at me like I was crazy. Like they give me that stink face. It almost makes you feel bad for me. Like,
Bruh.
you're like, dude,
I know
man.
exactly what you're talking about, bro.
And it's like, man, whatever. Like, you know, and it hurts. It
does.
hurts because it's discouraging.
Yeah, it's damaging to your
super-
ego, your pride, like, you know.
Your ego, your pride is discouraging because at the end of the day, we all want to win.
Yeah.
We all want to be part of something great. But you know what? To be part of something great, you have to go through that phase or through that part of like, nobody's seeing me.
The L's.
And
You
I'm
gotta take the
invincible.
L's.
I'm invincible to the world. You know what I mean? And one day, so many times that you're going to be invisible, one day people are actually going to recognize you and like, you know, and see you.
Yeah.
No, that's
You
facts.
got to take those L's.
No, you have to. It's part of the formula. Like whatever it takes to get to that level, there's not a number on how many L's you have to take. Like there's gonna be an unlimited amount of L's.
Unlimited.
Like unlimited.
Bro.
There's no number. Don't even think about the number. Like if you take an L, but all right, that's added to the pile of learning, like of what it took to get there. Because that's part of it. It's literally
maybe this
Bro.
event is not fit for your product, or maybe this event, whatever the case might be. But like you said, like it's part of the learning process.
And like for the vendor stuff, I can speak on that, bro, because a lot of people don't know this, but before Culture Night Market, I was a vendor for 7 years. I was selling clothing for hella long, and when you said I went here, I didn't make a dollar, bro. That shit, like, I always thought about those moments back then, but I was like in the early days of my younger adulthood, so I always thought to myself like, bro, I'm supposed to be doing this shit, you know what I mean? Like I'm young, I should be not making money right now. But you know, those times though, it's like swallowing an apple. You're just like, you know, like you just feel like defeated, you know what I mean? Like I remember one time I went to Oakland. I went to an event in Oakland, and normally they're like day events, but this one was trap art. It's like you do it at night, so it's like you start at 8 p.m. It ends at 1 a.m. So I used to go to Oakland to go sell urban streetwear. So I used to have all the fashion stuff, and a lot of times I did pretty well in Oakland. Like I would go more to Oakland than San Jose because at the time, believe it or not, there wasn't that many pop-ups before. Like there was actually a very limited amount of pop-up events, and you had to fit a certain criteria to be there. Like when I was selling shit, I was selling urban fashion. Like I wasn't considered an artist. You get me? So there was times where I would actually get rejected to be at events that, you know, that are here locally. So that motivated me to go elsewhere. But when I would go to Oakland, motherfuckers were fucking with it. They were buying it at the flea market. I was selling it at the Mercado Coliseum flea market. You know what I'm talking about? The swap meet, shit go crazy. I love that swap meet. It made me a lot of money over there. But I remember going to trap art, and this is like a club, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's lit music. Like, you know, it's trap hit, you know, they're playing some hip hop shit, you know, they have a bunch of dope artists and dope vendors in there. And I was one of the only like Latinos in there, honestly. There's like, you know, shout out to my black community, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just different, you know what I'm saying? When you're in an urban space, like there's not a lot of Latino representation in those spaces. So I always like was prideful being in these rooms because I'm like, bro, I'm the only Nicaraguense in this motherfucker. Like, you feel me? Like, what's up? But it's always like love, and I made a lot of really good relationships in these spaces. places. And that's why when I think about those moments, I always remember the relationships that I've made, because I'm cool with all these people. So when I come back out with Culture Night Market or some other shit, they're like, bro, how can we support you? You know what I mean? Like, because they followed the journey from like all that time. So when one time we did a trap bar, bro, I literally was there till 1 a.m. and I made $0, bro. And that was one of many times, but this is one I remember the most because I got my car window broken into that day,
man.
and somebody broke into my car, and like it was just
you already took an L. Now you take.
I took a double L.
Double L.
It was a double L, so it was like I was like fuck, like we come back to the car, and I was like, bro, there wasn't even anything in there, like it was like come on,
Did you not show the
bro, and it's like a clear window. I don't have my windows tinted, so I was like, bruh, so you know we and you know we're in San Jose, so that's a 45-minute drive back home. It's with a broken window, so I'm just like I'm smoking on the way home, just like.
Now you're minus.
At that point, all I could do was smoke on the way and just try to like, you know, ignore the cold breeze coming through the back window. But that shit, you know, but then like the next weekend I made like a band, you know what I mean, doing an event. And that's where I'm saying like you need to go through that. You won't know what joy is if you don't know what pain is, you know what I mean? Like that's why when I have vendors that come to me complaining and stuff, like I always ask them questions like, did you greet? You know what I'm saying? Did you hop outside your booth? Did you give examples? Did you give samples? Like, or did you just sit there like this on your phone like when people walk by, you know what I mean? That's why sometimes I'm very empathetic to people that are building a business because I know what it takes to build a vendor stand for years. Like I came from that, so I know exactly what it is. But when people start complaining because like they had one bad experience, they had one bad event, they didn't get the sales they wanted, I'm like, I start questioning like their strategy. Like, did you actually try to make the money? Like, because it's one thing to set up a stand, it's another thing to run a business and like sell your business and promote your business. Like, and sometimes some people don't like that, you know what I mean? Because it's like you're telling them something that they probably don't want to admit, but it's like that's what it takes to run a business. And then that's when you realize this isn't for everybody. It's just like sports. Not everyone is meant to be a professional soccer player, basketball player, because it's the same thing, bro. You got metrics like how much. What's your risk tolerance? Like how late are you willing to stay? How early are you willing to wake up? Early morning, late nights, right? Like how much?
And then you take it back to sports. Like how many sprints are you willing to do?
Period.
How many laps are you willing to do? How much work are you willing to do more than your opponent?
Exactly.
Right.
You
know what I mean? How like you know it's the same thing. So sport correlates back to business.
100%.
También also kind of going back to if I get input is like. What's your definition of success? I mean, like, you know, if you just want to start do it part time, or are you doing this full time? Like, you know, Mauri already knew he's gonna go all in. For me, when I started DJing and doing my business, I was like, I'm gonna just try it, you know, see what happens. So, you know, there's different approaches to it. If you're going halfway on something and someone's going full and you have the same product, who's gonna win? I can tell you right now who's gonna win.
Who's going full?
It's going full. Yeah. So how you gonna get upset about the homie that's selling, you know, clothing over here full time and you're doing here and you're struggling? I don't know.
Because he's going at every event. He's trying to go out there every event. He's constantly hitting that rock.
Not to say that you
he's constantly hitting that rock.
Maybe you have a better product. But he's pushing it harder.
Yeah. But if you ain't consistent with it, like that's what a lot of people don't know is like consistency. Like the water hitting that rock.
That's a good analogy.
Over years, that'll break that rock down. That's why that rock gets smaller. Because it's that water. It's just hitting it at a slow tempo for years and years and years. You know what I mean? And it's all about being consistent, whether you want to work out and hit the gym. Like, I'm not losing weight. Well, yeah, bro, like you're hitting the gym like freaking like once every 2 weeks. And then you want to run 8 miles a week. And then you're not going to run the rest of the week. And then you run next week. And it's like, well, yeah, you're not losing weight. Well, it's the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
it's the same thing whether
consistency,
and anything in life, consistency, as corny as it sounds. As much as we don't want to listen to people that preach that to us, because, hey, I'm one of them peoples, too. You know what I mean? When it comes to like weight and like, I'm like, damn, bro, like, I go hard. But it's like, yeah, bro, you hit in the gym like 3 times a week. Bro, like, hit it 7 times a week, 6 times.
Bro, it always be the cousins that be the fattest talking the most shit.
Exactly.
Bro. I'm like, shut your fat ass up. Yeah, my cousin watching this shit, I know I'm talking about your ass. Fuck you.
You know? Shoot, I ain't gonna lie. Like, it should be me, too, but you know what? It's just all about getting it done consistently. Whether you make $1, $0, $1,000, $800, whatever, it don't matter. You need to show up the next day like you did the day before, because the way I look at it, you're one day closer to your goal every single day.
100. Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I mean? When you go to sleep and you made $0, the next morning you wake up and you go do you're one day closer. You know what I mean? You're one day closer. And at the end of the day, your product is not going to be for everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what people
100%.
don't understand. It's like, why am I people not buying this product? Well, maybe you're targeting not the right market. You know what I mean? Like our paletas at Paleta Planeta, they're $5.41. You could go to like Michoacana Plus. You could go to like
Talk about that, bro. Talk about that.
you could go to La Superior.
Yeah.
You could go anywhere else. That product is half the price. It's half the price, and I'm not telling you it's a bad paleta. Like I'll go in there. I tried their ice creams before. I'm like, damn, the cookies and cream taste like a snowstorm. I love a snowstorm.
Yeah, I fuck with a
grew up on
snowstorm.
Shout out
Snowstorm.
Snowstorm, right?
You know what I mean?
Snowstorm goes
Snowstorm is
crazy.
my thing. You know what I mean? I grew up with
Those
Snowstorm. I'm a little
vibes.
East Side kid. I put
Yeah.
Baby Lucas in that.
The baby Lucas.
You know?
That's a must.
Like,
That's Mando.
Bro, like, I love a snowstorm. I'm not going to tell you it's a bad product.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, it's not.
But
I'm on it about
you know
the
what?
snowstorm.
My product is $5.41 a paleta
91.
or a
That's
scoop
91 right
because
there.
it's a premium product. Like
Yeah.
we're taking the time. You know, obviously I'm not. You know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for the water-based ones, like we're pureeing all the fruit. The fruit is fresh. We're using all the fruit, and we're using sugar based on the goodness of the fruit. Sometimes you get some watermelon or some strawberries or some mango that's like, damn, bro, like they're in season, so they're super good, and you taste it, you're like, damn, bro, like this only needs a little bit of sugar in it. Like they don't need much.
Yeah.
So we always wanted to keep. Our thing is that we always wanted to provide a higher grade product. You know what I mean? We never wanted to be like the rest of the market. We wanted to provide something elevated. We never wanted to like downgrade our product and cut corners and make it like diluted.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the reasons why I went, like my brother would say like, no, the first time is not as good as the 30th time. But I thought that, but he didn't because he's always like a stickler for perfection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we always wanted to provide like a high grade product and never wanted to be like, oh, we're just mid. Or we just do it like this. No, it's all about like, no, we need to get it right, and it needs to taste like this, and it needs to be like this, and we need to use the best fruit and like the best everything. That's why I can upcharge, because you know what? I'm using the most high quality things compared to them. You know what I mean? And that's and I'm not saying theirs is bad. Theirs is good too. I'll eat it. Like I'll feed it to my children. But we saw a gap in the market that we're like, you know what? Like everybody's kind of making like diluted stuff. Like let's make some high quality, you know what I mean, product, and let's shoot for that market.
Yeah.
You know, like the lane there's a bunch of traffic here. Like let's look for this lane and let's run on this lane.
Yeah.
And let's run it. You know,
Yeah.
because the people that want high quality stuff are gonna come to us. The people that want low quality stuff, they're gonna be like, oh, it's because it costs too much. All right, that's cool. Well, you know what? Like a couple streets down, go over there.
Yeah.
They'll sell you it. It's good too. Like I said, it's good. But like, you know what? Like what we want to do is we always wanted to provide something that's high quality, that's not mid, that's like, you know what I mean, true to our values and our morals and our ethos. You know what I
And
mean?
you're from San Jose. You're established. That
Hope.
Michoacán is from Mexico, right? Is it not?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, whatever it is, you know, we just wanted to provide a high quality product. We always thought about building within community and start from the bottom, and it's all about community based. Like if you see from us, like we don't really pay for like influencers or pay anything. Everything's organic. You know, if we did, we'd blow up even faster and more. But we let like people that don't have that many followers come to us and like, yeah, dude, like post it. And we're always good about like resharing and posting and collaborating because we want to use our platform kind of sort of to let other people elevate other people. You know what I mean? And we understand how it is to be showing up to pop-ups and not make money or being on the street corner. You know, shout out to Shrimp It Ain't Easy.
Shout out Gion.
Bro, he was one of the first people that ever brought us out to selling with them, bro. Like, you know, it just came random. He hit us up about a Paleta collab, but he's really like a pivotal person. He was, you know, pivotal person within our growth when we were in a garage. Like he told us like, hey, you guys, like I sell over here. You guys could pop up. It was at the dirt lot in front of MP. We graduated from MP, so it's all right there in the neighborhood. And, you know, without him reaching out and pulling us out of the garage because we never thought about doing that. We thought we were just gonna go straight into a brick and mortar, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And and from that we thought like we were like, damn, like we need to build that community base and really build a following. And from there, we took that following and we took it to the shop. So people were already like
following the movement.
Yeah, exactly. They were already following the movement, and they were like, dude, like finally it's so great that I don't have to follow you from like pop up to pop up. Now I can go somewhere and actually like get your guys' product whenever I want.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So we came into that spot with like a real community base already, like a customer base. We didn't just show up like out of nowhere, like paleta.
Yeah.
And
what's this? Like,
if I could just add one thing, for people that don't know and haven't tried their paletas, that
it's a must. You can't be in San Jose and not.
Fire. Like it's not, and you know, dude.
Thank you, bro.
You already know, like,
oh God.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just like the product is good. The product is really good. You know, it's not just the connections también. Like the product is good. You know, and it shows, and the success in the community has you responded to that, and that's why you guys are.
Thank you.
Where you're
My
at.
favorite one that you put me on, I think it was you that put me on it, was the watermelon and what's it called? It's not Lucas.
Limonada de sandía. Limonada de
Limonada.
That one.
¿Quesadilla con queso?
Pues
dead.
que las quesadillas son de queso, güey.
Not what the one you just said right now. That shit go crazy. That was my favorite one. I've been on that one. I've been hooked on that one since I go.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you though, so I just not. I guess the question right now that I have is, and BQ, if you want to add any other questions, the question that I wanted to ask. So, what's your pivot with, or not the pivot, but like I would like to kind of understand like the approach with soccer and like how Paleta Planeta has been around soccer. You guys have been in Vegas. You guys have been catered to other professional soccer teams.
Yes.
Like how did that work? How did that happen?
Yeah, man. So right now we sponsor the Legends Futsal Club.
Yeah,
oh, nice.
Which is the offshoot of Maxa. So shout out to Coach Mario, Andres,
yes, sir,
and everybody over there at Legends.
Mm-hmm.
So now my son plays for Legends. So basically he plays for Maxa, basically where I grew up playing too.
Oh, nice.
So now it's like
that's what's up.
A whole 180 for me. You know, I'm
That's
reliving
sick.
my whole like soccer
soccer
kid life. I'm reliving it as a parent.
That's awesome.
So it's pretty dope. So yeah, it's only natural that we'd be on there with the Legends. Futsal club, if anybody wants to come out, try out.
Yeah.
Always looking for kids, we got a bunch of teams.
Try out, bro. Legends is a good club, man.
Over 100-something national championships won.
Wow.
So, come out. One of the best futsal clubs out here in the area.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, we with them. We've also got to cater America, Tigres, the Mexican national team, Chivas.
That's it.
We built great relationships with them. That's all thanks to our compilla Kevin. Kevin's
shout out
pivotal in that.
Shout out Kevin.
He's locked out. Yeah, shout out to Kevin. Man.
He said he might get on the pod, man. He said.
Hey, gotta get him on the pod soon.
Gotta get everybody.
We'll get him.
Everybody in the mix here.
Yeah, so Kevin was pivotal on that. He locked us in with all those the teams. America, we've catered them a couple times, about a handful of times. Tigres, about a handful of times too, and Mexican national team once, and Chivas once. So it's been good, man. Getting our products to the players, and that's all about keeping a high quality product, not diluting it, not adding a bunch of sugar, a bunch of concentrate. When they taste it, because hey, think about it. First, we have to give it to the nutritionist.
Yeah, they gotta run it by. They gotta vet it.
Yeah, nutrition has to vet it.
Yeah.
Like I can't just bring out my product and be like, here to the players.
No,
the nutritionist.
Ooh, you're
the
right.
nutritionist has to
Nutrition
taste
is
it.
all.
It's
pretty good.
Because the nutritionist
It's confirmed.
will see, like, is this real fruit or is this not real fruit?
Right.
Is it just sugar that my players are gonna be eating?
You got interviewed, huh? You got like
like the nutritionist has to vet the product. If it's once the nutritionist vets it, then the players are able to eat it. You can't put anything you can't give anything to a player without the nutritionist vetting it for it, because there's different dietary restrictions for every player or whatnot. But yeah, that's how that came about. Shout out to Kevin.
I didn't even
helped
think
us
about
out.
that.
That's true.
Our product has been vetted by like nutritionists. We also did a couple of the Quake second team, the town. So yeah, it's all based on the nutritionist and vetting our product and always keeping a high grade product and not diluting it and making a bunch of sugar. BS. That's not good for a player.
Yeah,
so that's where that come about. So
Sorry, I want to ask him a question.
Ahead.
What advice could you give to someone that's like, in the food business and they have opportunities to work with like big brands like that, like what's the best way to kind of maintain those relationships and keep business consistent? Because you've done it a lot. I've seen you guys do a lot of those.
Just keep the relationship up with your contact person. You know, just kind of always check in and just always offer your your services to them. You know, you could, you know, it's all about fishing. At the end of the day, you know, I used to fish a lot. Now my older brother Luis is the one doing the fishing.
What's fishing for someone that doesn't know?
Fishing is like shooting a shot.
I see.
Shooting your shot. A lot of people don't want to shoot their shot. You gotta shoot your shot.
I agree.
You know,
you got it.
If you don't shoot your shot, you're not gonna make any shots.
In football, if you don't shoot, then what happens?
No goals. It's a draw.
You know what I mean? Zero. Or you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose, but you can't be afraid to shoot. You know, fish. We call it fishing. Just fish. Throw your reel out there. You know, sometimes you catch a big tuna. Sometimes you're not gonna catch anything. Sometimes you're gonna catch a minnow.
Yeah.
Like whatever the case might be. You have to
a little
fish.
guppy.
You have to, It don't matter. Sometimes you have to release it back in the water.
Yeah, fuck, I gotta get that lead back. Yeah, no, that's real though.
You have to shoot. And
100.
You have to shoot, man. You have to shoot, because if you don't, and a lot of things come from shooting, bro. Like a lot of comedians that come to the improv, like Martin Amini, like we just shot our shot.
Oh yeah.
You know, he shot our shot. The homie now he turned into like a great friend. You know, Martin Amini. Shout out to Martin Amini.
Yeah.
He turned into a great friend, you know. You know, he's a really dope person. He's gone through his journey. His dad, Iranian, he sold ice cream from ice cream trucks. His dad has ice cream trucks, so now that turned into a great relationship, a great bond that we have.
Wow.
And now, you know, he's family. So that all started from shooting our shot.
Yeah.
You know, just writing an Instagram message. Sometimes people are not going to read it. Sometimes they will. And you never know what
real.
Might come what might come about.
He gave you a cool shout out.
You know,
that was crazy. That was dope.
We appreciate him a lot. He's done a lot for us, and it's love
Shout out
for him. Gordo Mamon too has been great. I mean, a bunch of people. I mean, it's really taken a village for us to be what we are today. You guys, Leo.
No, that's bar though, because
it's really taking a community. It's all about building relationships, keeping it 100 people. You know, showing people love. And being there for people at the end of the day, it's all about building a community. You know.
No, yeah, I definitely always knew that about you guys. You guys have always done a good job of not just like being a place for the community to like support, like being that outlet for a community to come to support, but you guys always engage back and are always finding like creative ways, and you guys have done different like campaigns and stuff, and I really like that takes effort. You know, people will fail to realize that too. It's not just like, oh, you know, here's a fundraiser, let me go donate to it. It's like, no, you're actually thinking about how to engage and like how creatively you can make it like where people can actually like support it. You know, what's really cool too is like, you probably have already mentioned it on the pod too, is that they have their logo at the Barracuda ice ring. Like that's fucking sick. Like not a lot of people can say that, bro. I had told you this already, but I was like, I gotta say it on video so people know, because that shit's sick. Like San Jose obviously is known for the Sharks, but we have our Barracuda League, and that's like really popular. It's always selling out. I feel like there's always people there.
Yeah, man. I mean, definitely the Barracuda. I mean, you get these players like us that. We're not in the big leagues yet.
Yeah.
So
hey,
it's always
shit.
good to sponsor like a team that's like, they're pro. You know, they're pro. They're legit. They bounce up and down from the Sharks to the Barracuda like weekly. Yeah. But, you know, it's like they all want to make it to the top. Same thing with us, so it resonates with us. We want to make it to the top.
Yeah, underdog.
We want to be pros. We want to be there. You know, we want to rise up and be on the. We want to be at the SAP too.
That's sick.
It's like a thing of like going back to sport. Like you know, we want to be pros too, but we're not there yet. Someday we will be. But like with them, we resonate because every game they play they play their hearts out every game. You know what I mean?
Dope.
To try to to want to be in that first team, to want to be up there. You know. Yeah. So that's where that resonated. It kind of came about organically, and that I think that was great for us, and it's a great connections. And tomorrow we're gonna have them player signing tomorrow at the Planeta from.
Oh shit! Oh, it's gonna be at the.
Yeah.
Oh.
So from
shit, we might not be able to get this out on time, but
5:30 to 8 p.m. tomorrow there'll be a player signing. Come through. If the community can come through and show love to the Barracuda players, because hey, you never know. You might be getting an autograph from the next superstar.
Hey, that's true.
You know what I mean?
You never know.
And the way the Sharks are going,
shit, they're booming. There's some movement. There's some momentum right now.
We got a young
Celebrini going crazy.
Yeah,
bro. They're in the playoffs. That's huge, bro. You know how they haven't been in playoffs in hella years.
Yeah.
So that's hella big. And I was a fan when they actually went to the motherfucking to the Stanley Cup Finals and we got washed, bro. That shit was crazy.
that was a tough
and then
one.
that one was a hard one. I'm just saying. I remember. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers fall out when the team goes bad and shit. So I gotta let y'all know. You know, we know who's a real fan.
Yeah.
One thing I want to also acknowledge is the fishing, though. The reason I bring that up is because like there's a lot of proactiveness that goes into maintain the business, and like a lot of people don't shoot their shot. I feel like sometimes they kind of just wait for people to come to them, and that's why we don't always get the results we want. But like in this landscape, this market, like you have to be very proactive. Like for me as an event organizer, I'm always like putting myself in these networking events. I'm going to like city events or community events and just like connecting with the people.
You have to be
know what I'm
ready
saying?
for people to say no to you. Or maybe to people not even read your message.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
It's just to let them know you're on the radar. Like, hey, I'm on the radar. Like, hey, whenever you need it, let me know.
Be persistent.
You gotta
be
put yourself in
annoying.
the field. You gotta put yourself.
Yeah.
In
I
the
just got I was an annoyance to someone. I'm not gonna say I was an annoyance, but like based on what we're talking about, like let's just say that, right? I was being an annoyance last week because I was like, there was something that was being worked on and like it just wasn't being handled right now. It's like on the back burner. But I'm over here like, hey, just so you know, like I'm ready for it whenever like we want to get started. Just we're right here. And then that ended up being like, oh, right now it's still pending. We're probably not going to address it till later, but I have this drone show that's coming up and we need food trucks for it. And I'm like, oh, we'll say less.
See? There you
Boom.
You got out of being
Just by
annoying
being
and
there.
persistent, you got a different. It might not have been that opportunity, but you got another opportunity. So that's what people don't get. Like you have to finish
timing.
and you have to be persistent. You have to shoot your shot. You have to be ready to say no to. Like don't take the no's personal. It's maybe just not the right time for it. It might be a no for now, and it might be 10. It might be 30, 40, 50 no's now, and it might be like 2 yeses later. And those 2 yeses are going to be the ones that you're going to be able to connect with people and build relationships, and then it's going to flip-flop. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You have to be ready for people to say no to you or ignore you or not even like acknowledge you. It is what it is, bro.
It's when they do acknowledge you that you're ready.
And then
that's what matters too.
Maybe the timing's not right, man. We had this big thing going on that we're supposed to do this week with the whole stuff that's going on in downtown San Jose, and they was a big contract. But you know what? We weren't ready for it. Like our machinery, the amount of paletas we can make and everything, and it was going to be a life-changing contract. Like, not life-changing, but business-changing.
Yeah.
Really, the amount of money that was going to be thrown at us was ridiculous. Like, wow. But you know what? We sat back and we thought, you know what? If we take it and we say yes and we commit to this amount.
And you underdeliver.
And we underdeliver, how are we going to look?
It'll be worse.
That's going to be worse, because one, we don't have that many paletas in stock. 2, it's 3 days out from the event. 3, we don't have the machinery, the amount of the amount our machines can't produce that much product in that little
that time frame
to be able to
meet their expectation.
Exactly, meet their expectations. But at the end of the day, we're like, dude, like this is gonna be like, oh, man, this is gonna change our business. Like this is gonna literally make our whole year. Like, dude, this is gonna be crazy. Like we were ecstatic over it, but once we sat down and we looked at it, my brother Luis looked at it, my brother Gabe looked at it. More my brother Luis because he handles more of the production and he's the chef of all the paletas. He was just like, "There's no way, like, nah, there's no way. That's no way. Like, this is gonna be ridiculous. Like, there's no way that we can crank them out. We can commit, but like you said, if we overcommit and underdeliver, like we're gonna be asked out and they're never gonna come back to us. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's better to keep it real. Sometimes it's better to just let the bag go, keep it real, and be like, look, I could deliver this much of this product, but I can't do this much because like I would just make I don't know if I'm gonna be able to deliver them. And we missed out on a crazy it's a crazy bag that we missed out on. But
it was tough.
You guys sat down and made that decision, and
yes,
it was the right decision though.
It's better to keep it real. It's always better to keep it real with people and just tell them, like, this is what I can do and this is what I cannot do. We definitely offer solutions to the client. We offered solutions, but at the end of the day, they didn't want the solution. They only wanted what they wanted. So, it is what it is. They would have literally oh man, it would have catapulted us to a different
It's cool, bro.
thing,
Timing,
but
like you said, timing.
you know what I mean. But
timing.
like I said, like
but
it
3
is,
days, 3
it's
days
timing.
is crazy. 3
3
days,
days,
is crazy.
3 days
that's,
is
That's
crazy.
not
But
your
it is,
fault.
but
I mean,
it,
how
but
you
it is
know?
timing. You know what I mean. We weren't ready for that. Maybe next year we're ready for that if they're able to ask.
Yeah.
Maybe something, but it's all about it's better to keep the relationship 100 than to keep the relationship at 50.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
At least they know now, like, hey, they're gonna keep it real. They're not gonna just want to take the bread and under deliver. They're gonna keep it 100 and say this is what they can deliver, and if they can't, they can't. And it's better to walk away from a deal than to under deliver a deal.
No, for sure, because like bad news spreads faster than good news every time. Like literally, it's like just. I agree. I think if there's a situation that you could avoid and you can just be honest with people, I think that has been my biggest life savior in my journey. Like I've been through situations like in the event space where like things don't turn out the way it's supposed to, and then there's always a situation where someone has to be at fault. Maybe it's the city, maybe it's the event producer, maybe it's the weather, whatever. But most of the times, like being in that position, you have to like tell people bad news and shit. But I would always rather tell someone the truth and like being like, hey, look, how can we solve this problem together versus like, hey, like, not even addressing it or ignoring it or whatever the case is. Because
like, look, I can't do this, but look, this is what I can do. I'll offer you a solution, whether you take it or you don't. But either way, I'm not going to be able to do it.
And even if it does cost you in that moment, because there's moments where like I'll pay someone something because I feel bad. I'm like, I'll mitigate something. I'm like, hey, look, I'll pay what you lost. Just I'll give you this right now. I'll pay you the rest next week just to mitigate. But I don't do this, but I'm willing to do it because I respect our relationship, and I do that, you know what I mean? I'm not saying I'll do it all the time because it's always circumstantial. Like we always have to acknowledge like what the objective facts are. But if there's an opportunity for you to like make it like less of a painful, what's that word? I don't want to use wound because that just sounds like some war shit, but let's not talk about that. No, but you get what I'm saying. Like, pause. Nah, but like, so I just feel like there's always a transparency is what I'm saying. Like transparency, like 100, the way to go. Because even if you're transparent and they see that you can't fix it, but at least you're honest about it. I'm like, you know what I mean? So I'm not saying every situation has always been solved perfectly, but I learn from every single one of these situations, and like you just try to avoid them as a whole because you get wiser. You know what I'm saying? You make wiser decisions. You'll literally, like you said, walk away from a bag because you know what happened. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not saying you did, but maybe there was a situation where maybe you did take a certain amount before, and you were like, "Oh shit, we didn't end up, making it happen." But you learned from it, and now you decide not to do it. Like that's for me, like I learned from my mistakes, and I just try to like be a better version of myself in the next situation, because it's always bound to happen, bro. Like there's always gonna be something. Like
it's always better to keep it transparent with people, keep it 100, and you know what I mean, keep it 100 with yourself.
It's the longer road, but it's the more fulfilling road. It's the less
money. It's slow money, but it's for show money.
And it's like you get less weight on your shoulder. You know what I'm saying? You have a good conscience when you go to bed. You could go to bed, wake up, feel good about yourself. Like I feel like that means
take
more.
The big bag now, under delivered, and then what? We're never gonna be able to get big bag.
That's what I mean.
Like that's it. Like I just burned myself with like one of the biggest companies in the whole valley. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to be a big shot and take the bag and. Think I could deliver, but you know what? I couldn't.
You gotta be real.
You gotta keep it real. They'll respect that. People will respect you more for like keeping it real and be like, you know what? I can't do that. Than to be like, yeah, I can do that. Yeah. And then you don't do that. But it's like, come on, bro. Yeah. And they respect you more. Like, look, I can do this. I can't do that, but I can do this. And then I got a solution for you if you want. But other than that, I really like. I'm really like, either you're gonna take A, B, or C. And it's up to you. And it's better like they know that and you keep it 100 with them.
All right, I have a question. I'm going to just pivot a little bit. I didn't grow up playing with you. What was your position playing?
I kind of played every single position, bro. In futsal, I was a goalie. Outdoor, I was a goalie too for a little bit. I played forward, center mid, winger, forward, everything. But like my main position was like center defensive mid.
Center defensive mid?
Yeah.
Dang.
Like I like to like being the best. I like to be
you
scrappy.
Like to throw elbows.
I like to throw elbows.
That's the first thing I thought.
Also, if I like to attack, you know what I mean. It gives you much more leeway. I was like kind of like a scrappy kid. You know what I mean? I like to get in there and hit people.
I was like,
you know what I mean? I like to get I like to get in there.
Yeah. Well, you had to, bro. I mean, you're a center back.
Facts.
And then I'm sure you probably played against taller guys, and then so you had to,
for sure, bro.
You had to for sure go in.
Yeah,
where'd
you play like taller guys, or you play those kids from like Washington, like tall, like white boys are like hella taller.
Oh, you play travel.
Saying,
you play travel.
Kids from like Texas, you know what I mean? Like big kids. You play kids from like Florida, you know what I mean? They're big, they're fast. It's like it's like you gotta play, different game. You know, it's kind of like Barca now, where it's like all these Premier League teams they want to play like long throw-ins, be more aggressive, be physical. And Barca still like be able to touch the ball around them and move it. Barca, PSG, now they're able to like use more technique. Yeah, and it's like you beat the physicality with like technique and touch. So it's all about the style of play you want to do. You know what I mean?
What style of play do you like? Do you prefer watching Barca?
I like a Barca style of play. Like Barca right now, or like Luis Enrique at PSG. It's just more touching the ball, being. Obviously they are physical to a certain point because you have to be, and then they do have a lot of speed, but it's mostly like technique, touching the ball, getting in, getting out. So I think I like that style of play better than just like being more physical, because being physical only leads to like either you're gonna be a fast player or a strong player, and that's all the teams are gonna take. Yeah, it cuts out like being able to think. Mm-hmm. Like I tell my son a lot of times, like I don't need you. He plays goalie, but plays on the field sometimes. Yeah, and I tell him like I don't need you to be the strongest. I don't need you to be the fastest. But what I do need from you, is to be smart. When you get the ball, be aware, be smart with the ball. Get the ball, let it go, open up, boom, change. Move around.
Don't get injured.
Exactly. I mean, injuries are gonna happen and stuff, and you're gonna get hit. But it's just about being smart. If you're smart with the ball, the opposing team's not going to be able to hit you or be, be as physical as they want with you, because you're going to get the ball, you're going to turn, you're going to lay it off, and you're going to open up, boom, boom. You know what I mean? You don't have to be fast, you don't have to be strong, but you mentally, you have to be, there has to be a high IQ to play in the game, you know what I mean?
As a parent now, and you have, your kid growing up playing soccer, do you think I'm not saying, I don't want to put anything out there, like, like for sure, but like, do you think it's like you want him to go to school and play soccer? Like you want him, is it something that's like you kind of pushing him to that, or you kind of like just want him to have like, have some fun outside of school? Or like what's the approach to
I kind of just want him to do whatever he wants to do. I mean, any parent would love their kid to go and play like full time, like play soccer, play in academy, playing pro. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like whatever his life takes him, I'm willing to support him in that, Obviously, I'm a parent on the sideline that shouts a lot. Like, I am that parent. I am that parent that's like, shouting a lot, in the games and stuff. But it's mostly like constructive, like pumping the players up, because there have been times where I'm telling players to do a certain thing and then they do another thing, and then it kind of just throws them off. Yeah, you know what I mean. It'll mess up my son, so I've learned to like be quiet on that and just be more supportive. Mm-hmm. And then, really like after the game, kids or anybody doesn't want to hear the mistakes they did after the game, so it's better to like just let them cool down. We'll watch the VO and just go over his games and see where he messed up or what was the mistakes or what he can improve on. I think that's a way better to handle things than to just be yelling all the time. But I do yell. I am a parent. Because, I mean, we're playing competitive. We're not, you know what I mean? What's crazy now is, like, they're competitive from, like, age 6. Like, there's no rec. Like, there is rec. But, like, most parents, like, it's now, like, I'm paying a team fee. I'm paying all this outrageous money to go tournaments. Like, yeah, I want to win. It's competitive. You know what I mean? And the sad part about it is, like, every year there's a chopping block. Because every year there's tryouts being made. So every year there's a chopping block. It's it's crazy how these kids now, they grow up with that pressure, as 6 years old.
6 years old is crazy.
6 years old, 8, 9, 10, like, you know what I mean? They grow up with that pressure. Yeah. Me, I didn't grow up with that pressure till I was 11. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because really, you played rec all the way up to like 11, then you played comp, right?
9 or 10. That's like
then you play comp. Now these kids are playing like competitive. Some of them, they're 6, bro. So they're
Really
mentally
potty trained.
like now, like yeah, bro, like
You really potty trained
bro,
there.
now,
You crazy.
now, like you're paying all this money to this club. You're paying all this money to the club and playing competitive. So now you expect to win. Now you expect the coach to play the best players. You know what I mean? Now you're competitive as a player. You're like Will Ferrell at Kicking and Screaming.
That movie's a classic.
You're wilding now, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and I catch myself sometimes too, and I'm like, bro, this kid's. Bro, he's 9. Like, let him relax. Like,
Yeah.
you know. But at the end of the day, shit, I'm paying all this money. I want
Yeah,
to
that's
win.
valid too.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm paying all this money. I want to win, but you know, it sucks that it is that. But it's all about finding the balance and loving them and letting them be whatever they want to be, and also having kids play different sports, not just whatever sport they're competitive in, whether it be soccer or football, or baseball. I think the best athletes come from being well rounded. Playing basketball, soccer, baseball, lacrosse, whatever. Like my son used to play a lot of lacrosse, so it's all about basketball as well. So it's all about, I think, building athletes and not just like a one-dimensional kid that's really going to strive for the future. Because football teaches you certain things, basketball teaches you certain things, baseball, everything teaches you certain things. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it builds athleticism, and at the end of the day, you got to.
But I don't know if you're interested in mentioning it, but just that we're working on the tournament for summertime World Cup. Obviously, this is like a community effort. Like we're working with Rafa and Glenn, Richard. We're working with different people in the community to try to make this thing happen. Because
We can make a shout out to like any more sponsors.
well, hopefully, we can get them in there, or anyone that wants to get in there. Because right now, like I feel like we're doing this all independently. Like we don't have San Jose Sports Authority's
Are you guys
backing.
gonna do like
we
a
don't.
networking thing?
We are gonna do a network.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do a networking thing?
You want me to? Should we just say all the dates? Just say all the dates right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, the first. Let me put my legs right because I don't want to go viral with my legs looking like that.
This is, we back in it already?
Well, yeah, we already rolling. This has been recording nonstop. But like my thing is,
My boy.
so look, road to the World Cup. What's today?
What's the road?
It's March 19th. That means April, May, June. We're 3 months away from the World Cup, bro. That's crazy. 3 months is gonna go crazy. It's gonna fly.
That's really fast.
Next month, I think it's like 20 days from now. We're gonna have we haven't decided the official branding yet, but it's gonna be somewhere along the lines of like soccer and business or soccer and creative. Like we're still figuring out the name for it, but we're gonna make it a networking event, cocktail hour at Continental Bar. It'll be afternoon brunch time period. We'll have the screens where we can play some recaps of all of the Dolly football stuff we've done or any community stuff we want to highlight. And the concept is to have some speakers there. Like we want to invite different people in the soccer community that have been they've been paving their own way, right? Whether they've been hosting leagues or they've been promoting soccer news, or maybe they have a brand that's built around soccer. Like we want to prioritize people like who, that are active. Let's just say active. I'm not going to say they're the biggest, that they're active in the community. And people want to hear from them, give them an opportunity to talk about World Cup and what they're working on. Because if they're comfortable enough to put themselves out there right now, I think that's something to acknowledge and respect. Like, okay, these people are like trying to put on for the soccer community. Let's give them a platform to just bring people together. So I think that's the whole idea of that event, is to bring people together and just 100%. Celebrate the momentum of World Cup. 100%. So that's April 18th. You know what I'm saying? On the books. It's already locked in. Yes, we're going to announce the flyer and everything hopefully by next week. And then for May 30th, now this one's exciting. This one's a sleeper. May 30th, we'll be doing a blend of, let's just say, a soccer exhibition. Let's just say 4 teams integrated into a music event. So it would be at the Serpentine Plaza. It would be like bar, live music, maybe a handful of vendors, food trucks, paid ticket event. But the goal is to just throw a fiesta, you know what I'm saying? In Nicaragua, we call it a bacanal, you know what I'm saying? We throw the bacanal with the... So we're talking to some people, we have a meeting after this to talk with some other people that want to help us make it a reality. Because I already have the date, like it's already locked in, permits is already good. So that's right before June, right? And then June 11th, pending, we are considering doing a watch party somewhere in San Jose. And if it's all concrete, like we'll be making that announcement soon, hopefully very soon. And that's gonna be exciting because that's gonna be the
San Jose,
that's the game opener.
San Jose.
Game opener. So game opener, Mexico versus South Africa. If anybody has good memory and remembers that matchup when Mexico and South Africa played,
You know what I'm saying?
that shit was crazy, bro. That was a crazy game. That was a crazy game. Bro, that guy, bro, there was some guy.
That fool had to go lasso.
You talking about Shavala? Bro, that fool, Shavala. No, we're gonna have to add that in the video for sure. Yeah, Shabalala was going crazy, but that was a really great game. That was a great game. So I think that's gonna be an exciting matchup. And then I think South Korea plays the evening game. So I don't know who they're playing, but that's on the game opener. So that would be June 11th, and then the final, June 13th, the official tournament. All ages, men, women, co-ed. Vendors, food trucks, festival vibes at the Sofa District in downtown San Jose. So we got the roadmap. The path to success is there.
El rumbo al mundial.
Yeah, man. We're putting it out there. We got
San
a
Jose version,
There you go.
For now, we might be able to pivot, go somewhere other parts of the Bay Area. We'll see. We're open to go other parts of California, but obviously right now so much.
It's inevitable, honestly.
Sure.
It's time is the construct we're working with. So we trying to make it as impactful as we can with the resources that we have, but we are looking for more sponsors. We are looking for more partners in a way that that makes sense for everybody, right?
Yeah.
But main thing is for the community, in a sense, like we have to make sure, like the people in the community that work, not just we don't want just people that just want to slap their name on here and just like, okay, cool, we look good. I don't think we're really taking that lane. We're taking the lane of people that actually are invested and have been working in the space. You just keep it organic, like you were saying earlier,
Yeah, without a doubt.
Organico, man.
So if any of you ballers out there use the ball, got companies now, come out, support the community. We're
come out.
BQ right here and Leo right here. They're gonna have a community package available.
Yes, sir.
Not just big corporations could be involved, but also like community-based people could be involved, and we could all make this happen for the youth and for the future of San Jose.
Yeah, anyone invested in community, man, you already know. That's where you got to go.
We'll have paletas, don't worry.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure, man.
We'll have paletas, you already know.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man, for coming to the studio.
Just wrapping it up, right, BQ? You want?
Yeah, you good.
Anything else you want to ask?
Shit, man. Just fucking be on the lookout for all the amazing stuff in the works before the World Cup, leading up to World Cup, even after World Cup. Like, there's just San Jose's got some motion right now, and you're seeing it right now. You know what I'm saying?
Without a doubt. I call it the Renaissance of San Jose.
Hey, real shit.
There's a Renaissance going on, and I think San Jose is really popping it off. I'm really proud of the city.
I think a lot of us, in like what I've acknowledged, like growing up here, I feel like we've always looked at ourselves like smaller than what we are, but we're actually like really bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like we're the biggest city. We got motion, bro. People paying attention, bro. You know what? Last thing I'll say is like the conversation of San Jose not being part of the Bay used to be an offensive conversation, but my attitude now is like, bro, we're San Jose. San Jose is San Jose. The same way Oakland be like, Oakland's the town. Like we don't even claim the Bay. So it's no disrespect to the Bay Area. Geographically, we're here, but San Jose is its own thing. It's so heavy. It's so big. It got so much motion. Like, bro, what? I don't need to sell it. Just come. Period.
Be more than Silicon Valley.
Bro, what?
San Jose is us.
Period. Exactly. So we'll leave it.
Yes, sir. On that note, you know what it is. Downtown San Jose, Dale Football Podcast.
Paleta, Planeta on Minds.
Show some love and support. Siempre keeping it 100 with us.
Gracias, home.
Thank you for being here again, bro. Much blessings. Hope you have a super great summer, and super excited for the journey, bro.
I'm excited for everything.
All right, man. Y'all take care. Dale Football. Peace out.